Hey guys, it's Kay. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Kay. I'm a professional organizer and professional classical soprano living here in the Boston area, serving clients and serving you guys on YouTube, helping you, inspire you to declutter your home, live more for today, and have a more comfortable household. In the 6 years that I've been helping people declutter their homes, be more comfortable in their houses, I've learned some really interesting, weird, and wonderful things about people, and I wanted to share those with you guys today. The first thing I've learned that I think is the most important is that clutter is really in the eye of the beholder. Sometimes I'll walk in and I'll see a very cluttered space and it will bother me, but won't bother the client in ways that I think it will bother them. So clutter really is in the eye of the beholder. If it bothers you, then maybe you need to address it, but not everyone sees clutter the same way. If it's not really bothering somebody or it's not really interfering with their lives, there's no need for me to interfere. Sometimes people are lacking in motivation to get organized, or they're just looking for accountability. Oftentimes people can really get themselves organized, however, they just don't have the motivation to get started. It's that first step that's stopping them, and other times they need someone to hold them accountable for actually doing the things that they don't want to do. Occasionally, instead of being there to actually physically move things around and organize the space, I'm actually just there to cheer them on. The joy that parents and grandparents feel when they buy children toys often results in children having too many toys, and therefore I do not give toys to children as gifts as a general rule. I recommend that if you have a friend or a relative who has a child, not to give toys as gifts, to give either experiences or the gift of something that is consumable, like popcorn for movie night or things like that. I have seen kids with way too many toys, and it turns into what I like to call the Cheesecake Factory effect, where you're looking at this large menu at the Cheesecake Factory and you're overwhelmed with the choices. The same thing often happens with toys. There are many reasons for disorganization, but bad habits tend to be a common denominator in all cases of disorganization. It's not about products, it's about habits. It's about putting things away when you are done using them, and bad shopping habits. If you are out in a store and you see something and you don't have a place for it to go when it comes into your house, that is a problem. You need to be proactive when out shopping. Shopping habits are often a big reason for disorganization. I see a lot of things with tags on them, and I see a lot of things in shopping bags not able to be put away. So bad habits are a very huge common denominator why people are disorganized. I see a lot of disorganized spaces in people's houses, but I find the most commonly jumbled up places happen to be the entryway or the front hall closet and the kitchen. I believe that these areas get so crazy because they are pretty much the epicenter in the heart of the home. Everyone's hanging out in the kitchen, grabbing food, and in the entryway, everyone's coming into the house, dropping their shoes, dropping their purses, dropping their scarves. These areas tend to clutter up with the most stuff. So these areas, if you are looking for a spot to get organized, do those areas first. Cluttered spaces cause actual, real stress. This is not a phenomenon that's in people's heads. Oh no. Being disorganized and having clutter around your house can cause actual real stress that can cause your brain to release some hormones that affect your body that really make you uncomfortable. So getting organized can actually make you feel better and make your brain operate better and make your whole house and everybody in your home feel better. Clutter does cause actual real stress. I have seen it in people's faces. I have seen tears. I have seen anger. I have seen all kinds of emotions just because of stuff and people's relationship with stuff. Repair your relationship with stuff, then you can release all of those feelings. A lot of people are living too much in the past and not enough in the present. I find this is most often the case when it comes to getting rid of clothes that do not fit anymore. Ladies, you are the ones that are the most guilty of this. This dress is too small, but I have aimed to dye it and I will fit into this dress as soon as I am this small again. It is very tempting to have this dress or this box of clothes want to be a motivating factor for you, but oftentimes it is not really a motivating factor and it's just something you're holding on to. Dress for the person you are now. Hold on to things for the person you are now. If you happen to lose those 10 pounds and are able to fit into that size again, great. Go out and buy yourself a new dress, celebrate. But holding on to the things for the person you are now is going to be the most beneficial thing for you and your psyche. This applies to children's homework as well, and children's art projects and school projects. I see a lot of people saving that stuff, and the truth of it is, as soon as they're like 20 years old and out of the house, they don't want that stuff anymore. Believe me, your children don't want to keep that stuff. It's just really important to you. Just keep a few things that you might feel that are really special for them and leave the rest of that stuff, let it go. A lot of people aren't thinking about the future. You're going to acquire so many more things the older you get. So you want to let go of a lot of that stuff from the past and only have the stuff you need to be the person you are today. Unopened mail, if left long enough, just simply becomes trash that will suck time and effort away from your life. If you have mail that you haven't opened for weeks, months, years even, that stuff's garbage. It's trash. However, it might have your identifying information on it, your address, social security number, credit card number, all that stuff. So it has to be shredded, so it has to be dealt with. This stuff is sucking the time and the effort out of your life. Unopened mail is terrible. Deal with the mail as soon as it comes in the door. Make it a habit. This goes back to bad habits. If you change one habit at all, change that habit. When you walk in the door and there's a pile of mail, go in, take 5-10 minutes, open it, deal with it, pay a bill, shred some junk mail, do whatever you need to do. That way you start with a clean slate every day and you're not holding on to a pile of unopened mail. I have seen boxes and boxes of unopened mail from years and years ago, and this was so time consuming. Give yourself a break. People are often guilty of giving themselves too many projects. I have been in a room with someone organizing and they have touched an item and said, oh, I'm going to use that someday for a quilt I'm going to make. Oh, I'm going to need that paintbrush for a painting I plan to do one day as soon as I buy a canvas and some more paints. I'm gonna need those cookie cutters because one day I'm gonna make these beautiful unicorn cookies and frosting, so I have to actually also buy frosting and pipettes and all kinds of things. Be realistic with the amount of things you really want on your plate. I can handle maybe 1 or 2 things in the distance. Oh, I'm gonna make those earrings. I'm gonna make that pie later, but I can't handle 10 and 20 projects out there, potentially, that I could do someday. If there's no time frame about it, if there is no need for it to happen immediately, if there's no strong desire to do it, get rid of it. And the last thing I have learned about people in my years as a professional organizer is that people are good. People are good. They want to give gifts to people. I have been in closets where it's just full of gifts that they have purchased for their grandchildren, for friends, but they have been so disorganized that they forgot to give them. So getting organized can help you actually give out those gifts and be a good friend, be a good parent, be a good grandparent, be a good person in general. People are good, and this is one thing I generally have taken away from this. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you think someone will benefit from this video, go ahead and share it with them. If you like content like this, please subscribe. I publish 3 times a week, although in April I am publishing every day. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! I couldn't finish a video without showing you guys Clover. Yeah. If you guys love Clover, you should subscribe. Are you ready for din-dins? Are you hungry for din-dins? Yeah? Okay. We eat. I will feed you. Okay. All right. Say goodbye to the people, though. Goodbye to the people. Goodbye to the people. You want to eat? Okay, let's go.